how being too available or too certain devalues your presence, and how to use way back pulling back to increase your perceived value. The paradox of presence: why constant availability destroys attraction. Why over-availability devalues your presence. To understand why being too available or too certain devalues you, we must look at the psychological need for mystery and unpredictability. When you're always there, responding instantly, always initiating, and never showing any sign of needing space, you become predictable. According to the framework, when a person feels too secure that your attention is guaranteed, their emotional investment naturally begins to drop. This enters what we call the soft red light phase. The loss of value occurs because, first, predictability kills curiosity. If she knows exactly how you will react and when you will show up, there is no longer a reason for her to wonder about you or chase your attention. Second, high availability signals low investment. If you are always available, it subconsciously communicates that you aren't prioritizing your own life, hobbies, and personal growth, which lowers your perceived status. Third, the lack of contrast. Without the absence or a way back, there is no way to feel the high of your presence. You cannot appreciate the light if it never dims. Step guide, how to use pulling back, the way back, to increase value. To increase your perceived value, you must master the ability to create emotional distance, which triggers curiosity and forces the other person to reassess their connection to you. Follow these steps. Step 1. Identify the oversecure. Signal. Watch for signs of routine. If conversations feel like they are on autopilot, or if she has stopped initiating contact, you have likely become too available. Recognize the soft red light. If she's comfortable but no longer excited, it is time to implement the way back. Step 2. Execute a strategic pullback. This is not about disappearing, it is about creating a healthy rhythm. Delay your replies. Instead of replying instantly every single time, wait a little longer. This creates a small gap that her mind must fill with curiosity. End the conversation while it's still good. Do not wait until the conversation runs dry. End it while there is still laughter and engagement. This leaves her wanting more. Focus on your own life. Instead of making her the center of your universe, redirect that energy toward your own activities. This makes your presence a reward rather than a constant. Step 3. Implement the soft red light, rebalancing. If the way back doesn't immediately spark interest, move into a more structured reduction of availability. Reduce frequency. Initiate contact slightly less often to see if she will step up to meet you. Maintain calm dignity. If she pulls away even further, known as a hard red light, do not chase. Instead, give her genuine space. This shows that your emotional stability is not dependent on her constant attention. The fatal mistake, the chasing trap. The biggest mistake people make is trying to fix a drop in interest by increasing their effort. When you feel someone pulling away, your instinct is to chase, you send longer messages, you ask more questions, and you try harder to get their attention. However, this actually decreases your value because it signals that you are trying to force an emotional connection that should be growing naturally. Chasing creates pressure. Instead of making her want you, it often makes her feel like she needs to move away even faster to find space. The way back works because it replaces pressure with curiosity. Wisdom for the master persuader. Personal advice: never fear the silence. Silence or distance is not a sign that you are losing her. It is a tool you use to make her realize what she's missing. If you are afraid of silence, you will always be too available. The simple rule: distance creates desire. If there is no distance, there can be no desire. One key truth: your value is not determined by how much attention you give, but by how much your attention is valued. The golden rule: always leave them wanting more. Never reveal your full hand or your full presence all at once. The formula for value: high emotional connection plus strategic absence and distance equals increased perceived value and curiosity.